Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Tanner from Tanner Plays, and today I'm going to bring you guys another Black Ops 2 gameplay video. Today I'm going to be running and gunning on one of the most underrated Call of Duty Black Ops 2 maps of all time, Cargo. This is the game that the trailer showcased, or this is the map that the trailer showcased. I don't know if you guys remember the Black Ops 2 trailer, but this was the main map that was the focus of that trailer, and it was criminally underrated. It was one of my more favorite maps to run and gun on, just because, you know, you could kind of stick to the outskirts and, you know, control one little corner of the map and, you know, rack up the kill streaks. So that's what we're going to try to do today. As you're going to see, it's going to take me a second to kind of get into the groove. I'm going to noob tube for like the first 45 seconds to a minute of this video, and then I find my gunny and I lock in. I don't know if my brain turned on, my hands warmed up, or what ended up happening. Maybe it was the code red that I took a sip of. Maybe it was the all-powerful serum that I partook of, like right in the middle of the beginning of this gameplay. So, but yeah, I'm running around doing some run and gun, and this is the best gameplay that you're ever going to see from me. If you follow my channel to see goated gameplay and great skill, you're on the wrong channel. That's not me. We're all about the vibes and the nostalgia over here. You're not going to see a whole lot of skill, but I did end up going 50-5 in this game. I absolutely turned on the burners, and you're going to see that in this gameplay. But I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about something a little different in today's video. I want to talk about hackers. Now, I'm not going to talk about hackers in the way that you think. I'm not going to sit here and rant and rave and complain and moan and gripe about hackers. I'm going to talk to you about the state of hacking and how it's so much different today than it was back in the day. Now, back in Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, even Black Ops 3, cheaters and hackers were a big problem. They've always been a big problem. I'm not sure why people, even in 2026, are still flabbergasted and shocked and surprised that there are hackers in the game. They've been in Call of Duty since its inception, but hackers were different back in the day. I don't know if anybody can bear witness with me on this, but hackers were just different back in the day. You didn't hack. You weren't hacking back in the day to try to have a competitive edge and to try to go 82-0. Now, there were some rare exceptions of some people that were hacking to try to, you know, wipe the lobby and feel good about having a small PP or whatever. But back in the day, hackers weren't hacking to have the competitive edge. I completely missed that guy with the riot shield that jumped off that shipping container. But they weren't hacking to have a competitive edge. They were hacking to have fun and to let other people around them have fun as well. I will never forget one of the craziest experiences I've ever had with a hacker in my video game career was back in the day. I don't remember the year. I don't remember if it was in the beginning, the middle, or the end of my Call of Duty Black Ops venture. I'm pretty sure it was in the beginning, but I was doing the gold and diamond grind for guns, and I had done my grind for SMGs, and I decided I was going to torture myself and, you know, try to get diamond snipers. And so, like, the very first game of me on the diamond sniper grind, I always, when I grind camos for guns, I still do this today, and even the newer games, I start off with the worst gun in the class just to kind of get it out of the way so I don't have to think about it anymore. And so that when I'm kind of fatigued and my stamina is running low in the camo grind, at least I'm using the DSR, the ballista, or some sniper that's actually good and fun to play with. So I jump in to a game, and I'll never forget, it was on firing range. No, not firing range. I'm sorry. Forgive me. It was on Nuketown, and I'm trying to do the sniper grind, and I'm like 1-12. I mean, I am sucking it up like a Dyson. I'm telling you, Dyson reached out to me a few times and tried to offer me a sponsorship because I sucked better than their vacuums did. But anyway, I'll never forget. I was like 1-12, and I'm trying to do the sniper grind with the SVU, and it is not going well. I'm not hitting any shots. I think I ended up getting like 4 kills that game. And at the end of the game, there was a guy on the other team that went like 0-30 or something like that, but he was like running around the map doing some really weird sketchy stuff, but I didn't really think much about it. But this guy sends me a message after the first game, and he goes, "Do you want camo?" ? That's all he said. And so at first I was a little bit sketched out. I was like, what is he talking about? Do I want camo? Like, that was a little bit of a strange message to get back in the day. Like, nowadays people have their camo services and stuff that they're trying to sell. But back in the day, that was a little bit of a strange message to receive. And so I didn't respond to it for about 10 minutes. And then I don't know, my gut just told me like, yeah, you need to respond to this guy. So I just texted him back and said, yeah. Well, 10 minutes later, my Xbox 360 shuts off and I can't turn it back on for like 2 to 3 minutes. And once I'm finally able to hear that glorious ba-ding sound and get my Xbox turned back on, I booted back into Black Ops 2. And when I booted back into Black Ops 2, not only did I have diamond camos for my sniper, I had every single unlockable thing in the game unlocked and available for me. Even the DLC map packs, even all the DLC camos that you had to spend like $2.99 per pack on. I had absolutely everything unlocked and I was master prestiged. And so I also went over to my combat record just because I was curious. I went over to my combat record and it said that I had an 18 point something KD. So this guy had hacked into my Call of Duty Black Ops 2 account and just maxed everything, unlocked everything, which really tripped me out. When I found that out, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. I ended up turning my Xbox off and not logging back in for 24 hours out of fear that the devs were going to see that what had happened on my account and ban me. But fun fact, they never did. I ended up playing the rest of my Call of Duty Black Ops 2 career with absolutely every camo, every map pack, every DLC unlocked, and it was glorious. So yeah, that was the difference between hackers back then and hackers now. Like, hackers back then were just trying to have fun and, you know, an overwhelming majority of them anyway, not all of them, but an overwhelming majority of them were just doing it to have fun and to help people around them have fun. And hackers were like some of the most generous and kind people in the game back in the day. Let me know in the comment section what your craziest encounter with a hacker was back in the day. I'm not talking about, well, I got drop headshotted and he wasn't even looking at me. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like the craziest hacker story that you guys have. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of let you watch me finish out this gameplay. As you can see, I kind of went off. I wish I would have been able to get my score streaks. Unfortunately, hate to spoil it and ruin it for you. Unfortunately, I ended up not getting my score streaks, but I did get that absolutely nasty Tommy Hawk right there, bro. You knew back in the day of Black Ops 2 that Tommy Hawks just hit different, and they weren't Tomahawks, they were Tommy Hawks. I was one off my score streak, and that's how I died. I died to some noob standing there with an LMG. But yeah, let me know in the comment section, what was your craziest encounter or experience with a hacker? It doesn't have to be in older gaming. Maybe you had an encounter like that in one of the newer Call of Duties. Let me know, and I would love to hear about it. And also let me know in the comments, maybe you don't have a crazy hacker story, but let me know what the craziest encounter you had with another human being on Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was. I'm talking about crazy voice chats, crazy messages you received, different things of that nature. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video today. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I've recorded this on Sunday. You're seeing it on Monday, and I pray that your Monday is the least Mondayest Monday you have ever had. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. See you guys when I see you guys. Bye-bye.